Hey you, my name is Marni and I am your very own personal wing girl. From here on out, I am going to teach you everything that you need to know to get her, keep her, and leave her wanting more. Now today we're going to talk about fingering tips, which happens to be one of my favorite topics. The first thing that I can teach you that is a great tip for fingering is to go slow. There are so many guys who really like to race to the finish line, but that is the last thing that any woman wants. She wants to enjoy her sexual experience. So take a step back, slow down, and start working your way up towards the big V before you start jumping right into it. You want to really get into enjoying the experience and calm a woman's mind so that her body can loosen up and enjoy the sexual experience. Tip number 2 is about teasing a woman. This one can definitely go with tip number 1. I love to be teased, and I don't really know a single woman who doesn't like to be teased. You want to make sure that you give about 3 to 5 minutes, and possibly even longer, to properly tease a woman to lead her up to really be engaged in being fingered. So what you want to do is you want to tickle and squeeze. So doing a combo of both, where it's like gently massaging like this and tickling. Pretty much all over her body. If anything is a great touch, and you'll know what works for the woman that you are with because she'll start to moan in a certain way and get really excited by your touch. That's when you can tell that whatever zone you're touching is really turning her on and working for her. I know that some guys have trouble finding the clitoris, and I'm not saying that's you. I might be doing this for other guys, but just in case, here's a little bit of a refresher. What you want to do is you want to rub your hand down the center of her belly, below the belly button, up to the pelvic region, and then once you hit something wet, then you want to pull your hand back until you get to the first dry spot, and you'll feel a little bit of a button right there. That is the clitoris. So now that you have found the clitoris, you want to know that this is the area that you want to concentrate on. What I want you to do is rub really softly, either with the tips of your fingers, or even better is the palm of your hand. And you don't want to be too aggressive with the way that you touch the clitoris because it is a very sensitive spot. For a comparison, think about your mouse pad on your computer. You lightly touch in circular motions on your mouse pad. That's about the level that you want to be playing with the clitoris. So there's a thing called the squish. So for about 30 seconds, you want to do this squishing thing where you rub on the top of the pelvic bone and the clitoris at the same time. So it's kind of like you're doing this on the vagina. If you rub the pelvic bone, it actually stimulates the G-spot at the same time that you're rubbing on the clitoris. So the butterfly is very similar to a move that you did when you were younger, when you would make like little butterfly images and shadows. So what you want to do is you want to, on the woman's vagina, you're basically making a butterfly movement, okay? So that you have this part in here is rubbing the bottom just underneath the clitoris, and this part is separating the area around the vagina. And again, nothing harder than what you would do to your trackpad on your computer. Butterflies. For more tips on how to pleasure a woman, how to have sex with a woman, dating, attracting, everything about women, check out my website, winggirldatingtips.com. As well, you can check out my other videos on AskMen.com.